WPPR. I'm your host, Patricia Manfred, and today we will be discussing whether or not the Louisiana Purchase was unconstitutional. With me, this just in. The Lewis and Clark Party have just spotted the ocean. We'll take you to Barbara Brooks on the scene.
Thank you, Patricia Manfred. The date today is November 15th, 1805, and the expedition is just about to reach the Pacific Ocean. We are currently standing on the banks of the mouth of the Columbia River, waiting for the party to reach the Pacific Ocean. Oh my, look! It's them over there! Well, what a momentous occasion. I think that we will send this back to you in the studio while we wait for the party to celebrate their victory, and come back later with a live interview with the expedition leaders, Lewis and Clark.
While we're waiting for Barbara at the scene, let's get a rundown of the accomplishments of the expedition thus far. Lewis and Clark started in Illinois at Camp Du Bois on May 14th of 1804, and their expedition is due to end in September of 1806. Their initial goal was to discover unknown territories, including the Louisiana Purchase, and to establish a waterway between the U.S. and the Pacific. They also wanted to establish trade with the natives. Unfortunately, no waterway was found as the Rocky Mountains are way bigger than anticipated. Other than that, the expedition has been very successful, including the discovery of 100 new animals, 178 new plants, and there have been over 140 new maps of the area drawn. They have also established new acquaintance with the natives. With that, let's head back to Barbara on the scene.
Well, after this journey, how close have you two become?
You know, we were close from the get-go, but after this expedition, me and Lewis and Clark...
Dude, just keep it like that. With me here are Lewis and Clark. So Lewis, it's been well over a year since you left home with your men, and since then you spent every waking moment with them. Tell us how you met them.
You know, when Clark and I started out on this journey, we knew we needed some other people with us. So we got together 33 other men called the Corps of Discovery, not including our trusty dog, Seaman. So Clark, tell me, have you had any casualties?
Yes, unfortunately, we lost Charles Floyd on August 29th of 1804 to acute appendicitis.
We apologize for your loss. Lewis, you guys have made it thus far. What are your plans after this?
You know, the majority of us are homesick, so after deciding what we're doing for the winter, most likely by popular vote, we'll be heading home.
How have interactions with the natives of this new land gone?
In the beginning, we befriended an Indian woman named Sacagawea and her husband, Jean-Baptiste. She actually helped us along with another guide when we came across the Shoshone Indians. The tribe leader was her brother. She was kidnapped when she was very young, and the Shoshones actually gave us some horses, which helped us get across the Rockies.
All this talk about your party traveling, how exactly did you do it?
A majority of our expedition was spent on the water, specifically the Missouri and the Columbia River, and then at one point for a small portion we tackled the Rocky Mountains by horseback.
Well, thank you both for being so willing to be on our program, and we all hope to see you back home in one piece. This has been Barbara Brooks of the Lewis and Clark Expedition at the Pacific Ocean. Back to you guys at the studio.
Thank you, Barbara, for such an interesting interview. The impact of the expedition is still to be determined, but it'll be very interesting to see played out. It is very likely that there will be an exponential boom in the fur and lumber trade, as we now have a newfound knowledge of the animals, plants, and topography of the region. It will be very likely that we will see Lewis and Clark at some sort of political position of the new land like a governor. They are also the first to successfully map a route to the Pacific, which will most likely lead to easier settling of the land westward. It seems that this expedition will most likely greatly affect our nation's westward expansion. This was Patricia Manfred at WPPR, bringing you the live history of our great nation. See you at the next big historical monument.